Let me guess, you've been trying to tone up, you're doing tons of cardio, lifting light weights, and cutting calories. Yet your body's still not changing and feels soft. You're working out, you're eating clean, but still not seeing results. And here's what no one tells you. Toning, in other words, is just muscle building with less fat. And most women are doing the exact opposite of what actually takes to build muscle. So if you ever thought, I don't want to get bulky, I'll just need to lose some fat first, or I'm lifting but nothing is happening, this video is going to shift everything for you. I'm breaking down the science-backed way to build muscle and the 5 most common mistakes that keeping you stuck. So let's get into it. Before we talk about how to build it, let's talk about why is it important to build muscle. Because muscle isn't just about how you look in the mirror. For women, especially those 35 plus like myself, building muscle is one of the most important things you can do for your metabolism, for your hormones, for your energy, and long-term health. Because muscle boosts your resting metabolism, balances your blood sugar and insulin, protects your joints and bones, improves posture, confidence, and body composition. Oh, and it also helps you to age with strength, so you don't have to ask your husband to carry your groceries when you're 60. And that, in my opinion, is the best bonus of all of it. Now, look at these 2 photos. This is me literally just trying to lose weight, not really lifting heavy weights, doing tons of cardio, to here actually eating to support muscle growth, losing fat, and building muscle underneath, which we call body recomposition. So if you've ever lost weight but still kind of look squishy, like I call it skinny fat look, this is exactly why. You haven't built the muscle underneath, because getting toned requires to build muscle first and then lower your body fat percentage, meaning going to a calorie deficit, losing fat. Let's talk about how muscle actually grow. Your muscle simply grows when you create enough stress on them through strength training, followed by proper recovery and nutrition. This process is called muscle protein synthesis, and it relies on 3 things. Number 1, progressive overload. You need to challenge your muscle over time. Number 2, protein intake. You struggle with it, I know it. Your body needs amino acids to grow and repair. And number 3, you guessed it right, it's recovery. You don't grow while you're training. You grow while you're resting, eating properly, and sleeping. I know, shocking. And that's it. More sweat doesn't equal more results. Period. More structure, more strength, and more food does. And let's talk about these most common mistakes. And the first one is the one that I see all the time. You lifting too light for too long. If you've been using the same 5 to 10 pounds for months or even years, your body has already adapted. You might feel a little burn, but that's not what actually builds muscle. Muscle grows when it's pushed to the failure. So if you're doing these light 15 reps, 4 sets, chatting between sets, and just kind of like you're like wishy-washy about your goals when you step into the gym, you're afraid to lift heavy weights, this is your reminder that it's time to go heavier. Aim for 6 to 12 reps with a good form and focus on the last 2 reps to be really challenging, but don't sacrifice your form. Mistake number 2, undereating protein. Protein is literally the building block for your muscles. Most women I coach who comes to my programs are averaging around 50 to 70, 80 grams of protein a day. But in reality, they need at least 120 to 170 grams of protein a day to support the muscle growth. So the good rule of thumb, if you don't know how to calculate your protein intake, eat about 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per goal body weight. Meaning if you are 200 pounds and your goal is 150, then multiply 1 times 150, so you're at 150 grams of protein per day. That's your goal. If you weigh 170 pounds, but your goal is 160, you can easily still eat 170 grams of protein. And here's the tricker. If you're constantly under eating or trying to save calories for later, you're actually making it impossible for your body to grow. Even if your long-term goal is fat loss, you still need to fuel the phase you're in. And if that's muscle building phase, then don't be afraid to eat. Okay, Okay, quick pause. If this video was helpful so far, make sure you hit like and subscribe button, especially if you're a woman 35 plus struggling with fat loss. Mistake number 3, you're doing too much cardio and not enough strength. Look, I love walking. I love moving my body. But if you're relying on cardio to lean out and your lifts aren't progressing, you're probably burning muscle instead of building it. Cardio burns calories, yes, but it doesn't build shape. And in excess, it increases cortisol and actually makes recovery harder. For most women trying to reshape their body, the priority should be 3 to 5 strength trainings a week, plus 8 to 12,000 steps a day, and 1 to 2 light cardio sessions a week, if you love it. That's it. Mistake number 4, you're switching your workouts way too often. And look, I know it's very tempting because sometimes you just get bored of doing the same workouts over and over. But if you're constantly changing your workout just because your friends send you this new booty workout from a famous influencer, your body never gets enough stimulus to actually adapt and grow. Muscle needs repeated exposure to the same movement patterns to grow. Stick with one program for at least 8 to 12 weeks. I know it's boring, but trust me. Track your reps, track your weights, and focus on getting stronger over time with basic movements like squat, presses, hip thrust, and rows. Last mistake, you guessed it, not taking time recovery seriously. Like I've already said at the beginning of this video, you don't build muscle while you're working out. You build it during rest. If you're training hard, but you're not sleeping enough, you're undereating, and you're constantly stressed, your body is not going to prioritize growth. It's just not going to happen. And this is what I've learned over the last 12 years of me lifting and really trying to change my body composition. Recovering doesn't mean you're lazy. It just means that you truly understand what your body needs in order to go through this change. Again, me, tons of cardio, sleeping 5 hours a day, eating 1,600 calories a day, and just frustrated, not seeing results, not seeing this strong toned body. Versus here, eating 2,700 calories a day, strength training 3 to 4 times a week, 0 cardio, and yes, I'm averaging about 12 to 14,000 steps a day. And I sleep 7 to 9 hours a night. Yeah. Don't underestimate the sleep. Try to get 7 to 9 hours a night. Take rest days, manage your stress, and eat, please. Food is fuel. Food is not an enemy. So let's wrap this up. If you want to build visible muscle, and please, this transformation took me 15 years. Literally 15 years. So if you want to build visible muscle, you want that strong, sexy toned body, focus on this formula. Number 1, train 3 to 5 times a week with progressive overload. Hit your protein target daily. Eat enough to support recovery. Walk daily and limit cardio. Stick with the plan and let it work. And sleep. Sleep and rest like it actually matters, because it does. Muscle is your best friend for fat loss, energy, confidence, and aging strong. So stop being afraid of it, please. And if this video was helpful, drop a comment below and let me know what out of these mistakes you've made in the past. I want to know. And that's it from me today. I hope you like this video. I hope you've learned something, and make sure you subscribe to the button so you don't miss my next future videos that will teach you how to get into shape without starving and without doing any stupid diets. Until next time, see you soon.